Hello, hello, Hidden Hermit here. How are you doing? Good, I hope. So today is Friday the 5th of April. The moon is at 15 degrees Aries. The sun is at 15 degrees Aries. Yay, new moon time. Don't we all love a new moon? And indeed the first new moon of the astrological year. So what better time to do a random reading? Let's just get on with it, shall we? So who's this reading for? Leaving it up to the dice. Oh, here we go. Scorpio. Sun in Scorpio. And for your moon, want to take a guess? Oh, what's going on here? Sagittarius. Interesting combination. So we've got Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Sagittarius. Is this reading for you on this very auspicious new moon in Aries? Today I'm using Jeff, my Hermetic Tarot. Jeff has been cleansed by smoke off camera and shuffled extensively. I'm just shuffling them again for you, just so you know I'm not scripting this, because why would I do such a thing? And look, check it out. It's raw obsidian and a raw Apache tear. Love it. So this is my new protector for Jeff. Jeff's very happy about it too. He needed something that was black and white, clearly. Righty-ho. So happy Friday the 5th of April, if that means anything to you. And indeed, so Scorpio Sun and Sagittarius Moon, very interesting. So you've got your fixed water sign and your mutable fire sign. That must be quite confusing at times. You tell me, Scorpio. So let's see if this reading's for you. Now, this is an unsolicited reading. I haven't got your permission, so I apologise for that. But at the same time, I hope it helps. So here we go. I think I've shuffled enough, don't you? One more of these, I think. I hope whoever is watching enjoys their new moon rituals, celebrations, whatever you like to do. It's an interesting new moon because it's at 15 degrees Aries, which is of course halfway through the sign. Just seems like a good time to have a new moon, really. Halfway through. Never mind. Anyway, so here we go. Let's do a random reading for you, Scorpio. How you doing at the moment, Scorpio, with a Sagittarius moon? There we go. So normal 5-card spread for the random reading. Over here is what's going on through your heart and mind at the moment. Here is a potential situation that you may be facing or will be facing pretty soon. Down here is energies leading up to this situation. Why did you get to that point? These are energies surrounding the situation, and these two cards have a good natter between themselves. And here is the future energies of the situation, or a potential outcome if you change nothing. So let's just get cracking on with this, Scorpio. What's going on? What's going on in your heart and mind, Scorpio? We've got the world. Marvellous. Well, indeed, it's called the universe in the Hermetic Tarot, ruled by Saturn. And I love the Hermetic Tarot because it gives you the 4 Hermetic titles as well. The Great One of the Nighttime. It's very stirring. So the world's all about, a completion. A completion of a cycle through discipline, through knowledge and wisdom, through all the things that allow you to achieve something. So, I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean for your heart and mind? I don't know. Are you feeling quite content at the moment? Have you felt like you've gone through a cycle? Is this new moon indeed marking the end of something for you? Have you got your shit together, basically? I don't know. Let's get a bit of context, shall we? So, this is a situation that you are currently facing or will be facing very soon. What's going on? It's the moon. Whoa, 2 majors already. That's interesting. So that kind of suggests to me that it's quite profound. I'm just going to show this off one more time. That's amazing. But the moon, mysterious. So I don't know, the situation that you are currently facing or will be quite soon is one of flux. And flux is the word I use, and there it is right there in the Hermetic Tarot. Is some more moon. Flux, again, kind of already a recurring theme of cycles. So you've had a completion, but then potentially you might be thinking, well, did it complete? Was it actually done and dusted? Maybe you're second guessing what's going through your heart and mind, or you will be pretty soon. It could be quite a mysterious thing that you're going to be facing quite soon. Something that's unknown. There could be something quite secretive, or maybe you're keeping secrets yourself. Not as if Scorpios do that at all. Right, okay, let's get a little more context, shall we? Let's see where we're going with this. just boom, right at you. Five of Swords. Five of Swords is what led you to this meaning, and already we're getting a bit more of a story coming up here. So you know, this completion, maybe this completion wasn't one that you were hoping for. Maybe you've been deceived a little bit in your understanding of a situation that came to a conclusion, but it wasn't as fruitful perhaps as perhaps you wanted or perhaps you needed. Five of Swords here is you know, it kind of suggests that there has been some sort of conflict. It could very much be conflict inside your mind as well. Again, you know, you're getting quite an interesting link between all of the cards. I mean, the world or the universe is ruled by Saturn, and of course Saturn is one of Aquarius's rulers, and the Five of Swords is Venus and Saturn. The moon is a Pisces card, but it's also incredibly feminine as well. It's the archetypal feminine, and of course the Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. Some interesting correspondences going on here. I don't think I'm really going to be able to tell a proper story without seeing some more cards. So the energies surrounding the situation, whether it's happening presently or going to be happening soon, is the Nine of Swords. Ooh, it's getting a bit pricklier already. And again, we've got correspondences and conflicts as well. What's going on, Scorpio? What's going on, Scorpio? Well, why are you in this sort of miasma? Perhaps this universe card should have came out reversed. That would have been a little more illuminating, perhaps. But who knows? So the Nine of Swords kind of suggests that that these things going on in your head. Two swords as well. The pattern of energies going across this situation is really marked by what's going on inside your head. There's a lot of conflict going on there, but a lot of this conflict is self-inflicted. You know, you're probably overthinking a situation, perhaps. Perhaps you're allowing your mind to wander those depths to an extent that it's becoming not healthy. And again, it's not as if you Scorpios do that at all, is it? That's meant to be sarcasm. I'm much better at sarcasm when you can see my face. But hey, let's see what's going to happen. Okay, here's the a future outcome if you change nothing, or energies surrounding the future of this situation. It's the Fool, right? Okie dokie. Now, contextually, considering the cards that have come up, now a lot of the times that positive spin on the Fool is about, you know, new beginnings, jumping into something with a enthusiasm and vigor and an almost sort of naive curiosity. The energies surrounding the Fool is you know, it's usually quite pure in many senses. However, contextually, taken in this whole spread, that maybe it's just that we suggest that maybe some of this thinking, some of this defeatism almost that you've been suffering from, Scorpio, is perhaps a little bit foolish. Perhaps you should just chill out a little bit. Also, interestingly, in the Hermetic Tarot, the Fool is attributed to Pluto, but traditionally, I say traditionally, but there are a lot of tarot correspondences that link the Fool with Uranus, and we've already seen Aquarius here. So you've got Saturn, which is the traditional classical planetary ruler of Aquarius, and then you've got the more contemporary one here. So that's also somewhat interesting. I do kind of find it confusing with the Hermetic Tarot that you've got the glyph for Pluto down here, but you do have the symbol for air. But never mind. So this is an interesting story, isn't it? I do kind of feel that perhaps, you know, instinctively these cards should be reversed, because I don't think a Scorpio is the sort of person to judge a situation as in an optimistic way, in a way that they've been like, yep, this is done and dusted, let's move on. So this situation that you're here, you're with the moon, you're experiencing that flux, and it's interesting that this moon has come up on the literal moment of a new moon as well. It kind of suggests to me that this situation is prevalent at this very moment, at this very second. The new moon phase does last 3 days, but we just hit totality. The situation, what's going through your mind is kind of pinned down by this sense of, I mean, it's called the Lord of Defeat. So perhaps you're just not feeling the vibes in a good way. And this is a Mars and Gemini here. This has led you to not only just overthink the situation, but let your imagination go a bit wild. And you need to stamp that out. Stop that. Stop that right now. You got to understand that it is just in your head. You know, as a fixed sign, Scorpio, and indeed with a Sagittarius moon, there's a lot of thinking going on there. And in this case, I believe it's a lot of overthinking, which has led to what I feel would be a reversed fall. Not only have you allowed yourself to be ruled by this overthinking that has led you to a state of, I don't know, I wouldn't say detriment per se, but you know, you have this sense of defeat, and you've got this situation going round and round your head, as the moon is suggesting here. And you know, I probably should have mentioned that dialogue a bit more. I do think this train of thought is on that kind of feedback loop, and you need to just snap out of that cycle. So if you don't, you know, you will remain in the foolish reverse position. If you want to get to the fall in its upright position, you just need to accept the fact. You just need to take that plunge off the proverbial cliff here. Accept the fact that it is just your own mind that's torturing you, and just move on. Just move on. Just say, right, enough of that. I'm moving on. So this is probably one of the harshest random readings that's popped up so far. So I'm sorry about that, Scorpio. Now, let's just consider the new moon that has happened minutes ago. In fact, how long has this video been going on for? We're at 11 minutes, so the new moon happened 9 minutes ago. What a perfect time to actually consider that a situation has come to an end. It's a great time to just review that situation, review what's happening, and recognize the fact that it's your mind doing these things, and it's time to move on. From 9 minutes ago, the moon is now waxing. It's now in, you know, it's casting more light across the planet. So use it. That's my suggestion to you. And it's not really my place to give advice. I'm just putting some cards out. But my suggestion is, it's a good time to move on. Embrace the new moon cycle. Don't let your mind rule your actions. This reversed fall can easily be turned to an upright fall by accepting the situation for what it is and just moving on, even if you have to take a leap of faith. I realise that Scorpios aren't good at taking leaps of faith, but Sagittarius moons are. So embrace your moon. That's where it is. Do you know what? The more I'm looking at this and the more I'm thinking about it, the more I can say about it. But this is a random reading. They're only supposed to last 10 minutes, so sorry about that. But feel free to leave something in the comments if you want a little more guidance. This is going to be bugging me all day now, but in a good way, because I do like thinking about these things. But I'm going to end it there. I've rabbited on far enough, so I am the Hidden Hermit. The next reading will be at 19 degrees Aries, where the sun is exalted in 5 days' time. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.